Hey everyone, it's Peter Moinroy here from GrooveAsia. It's been a long time since I've been on here, so it's great to be back again. And of course, we've had some few different time changes and things like that. But we've been really busy with GrooveAsia, so there's been a lot going on at the moment. But anyway, we're back to Lulu, which is what we kind of ended off at the last session. And I think we got up to that stage where you were able to upload your book and publish it. So now we're back on the Lulu side of things, where one of the things was integration with Lulu and the GrooveKart store. Now, the integration is still not complete yet. There is some stuff on the Groove end that needs to be done first to have it fully integrated, but I've been able to sort of get the API keys anyway, just to get us that one step closer to actually integrating it. So, and I've also got a workaround as well with the how you can still get your book up, get it created in Lulu, and have it on your store to sell. So anyway, let's just get to it. Karen, if you could share my screen, please. Or do I need to share it? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, so we're in the dashboard of GrooveKart, and I'm just going to go into the one that I've been working on at the moment, which is the store maddogstyles.com. And actually, there we go. Just waiting for it to happen. There we go. Okay, so we're in there. We're going to go to products. We're going to go to POD and drop shipping. Now, once we get there, we go on to Lulu and click on the Learn More. Now, in the settings is kind of where we want to work in when we're actually putting the API keys in it. So we'll click on the settings. And you're going to see that it's going to be asking for a client key and a client secret key, and then an encoded key. So that is all just gibberish to most people. Where do I get that? And it's not actually clear cut as to where you get it, but I have been in touch with Lulu support, and they steered me down the right direction. Now you want to take note that we're going to go to the developers site of Lulu. Now I've got this on a document that Karen is going to be sharing with you, the links and where to go. But in there's a area called API keys, and as you can see, there are the API keys that you need, and all you're basically doing is copying and pasting those over to here. All right, in order, obviously. So that's where that's what you need to do. So don't forget, this is developers.lulu.com. The link is actually on the document. Again, Karen will share that later. And that's where you got to go to. Now, on the other side of Lulu, there is also the area where you can create your book. All right, and we've done that. And what we've been able to do is I'll just go into my projects. When you go into my projects, you can see where you've actually where your project is, or your book that you've created. Now, the last time we created it and we published it in our last training. So there it is. It's published. It's actually on the Lulu bookstore. So people who go on there can also purchase your book if they want. You know, and then you can actually sort of just make some changes here as well. You can revise them. You can do different versions. As you can see here, I've added version 11. I've got version 11 there. That's primarily because it's taken me 11 times to create this book and make changes. So obviously it's not going to be version 11 when you first start. It's only going to be the version 1. And then when you do another, I guess a book related to the first, then that'll be version 2 and so on. And as you can see here, my print cost is going to be $4.46 per copy for this particular book, but the list price is going to be $16.96. So it's not a bad little profit, especially if you're selling maybe 200 or 300 of these, maybe say in a month or something like that, to start off with. But okay, so then now that we understand that that's where you find your projects, the workaround is, and let's just put this aside and let's just say we've added all this information so that it's there when the whole integration gets sorted out from the GrooveKart end. And I know that they're working on GrooveKart at the moment as well. So that's that's another one that can that you've got to watch out for. So at the end of the day, what we're going to do, I've just created the product within GrooveKart. And I see there was actually a question. I think it's a question. Is Lulu embedded in GrooveKart? No, not at the moment. It's not embedded at the moment. This is the area where we need to probably try and integrate with Lulu. And that's using the client key and the secret key. Let me just actually diverse from what I was just going to say before and just add something to this. Because when you where are we? When you go into what is it? Is it that one there? Or this one here? Here's Lulu. Just a moment. Yeah, when you go into your Lulu, basically there is you could have probably add a link if you wanted to. You can go on here and you can add this link if you like into GrooveKart. I wouldn't suggest it because that takes them away from GrooveKart. But at the end of the day, what we're going to do is we're going to actually create the product in GrooveKart. So we're going to do a little bit more work as it so happens. But this is the workaround for now. So what I've done is I've created the actual book, and if you have a look here, this is the product, just so that I can get it up on my store. Let me just products. Just having a few issues with this at the moment, by the looks of it. Not too sure why. Okay. I don't want that one. My guess is too as well. There's more work being done on GrooveKart, so there will be a few little odd glitches. I've encountered them from time to time. Sometimes the product page doesn't come up, and every now and then I'll experience it. I'm just actually going to check in here to make sure that I can get to the information or the details. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, we're now in the information part of the product. So as you can see here, I've already done some information on it. I've done the heading and all that sort of thing. Here's a bit of a tip. When you're actually doing some of this information, jump onto ChatGPT and start creating some information around, well, to get your meta tags, your description, your meta title, and your and all those sorts of things. Let me just show you if I can find it right here. I'll go into my ChatGPT, and I'll show you what I did for this particular one anyway. I don't know. Right. This one here, I think it was. No, that one here. So what I've done is I've actually added some text in there, and I've asked it to write me a product title, a meta title, and a product description and meta description for the book product using the following info. The info that I gave it is digital marketing is absolutely the key to success for pretty much every single business. With close to all new customers today, first finding a business online, and it's safe to say that if you don't nail the specifics of digital marketing, you're not just going to be you're not just not going to be successful, but particularly if you are a new business. So I've asked it to rewrite it. It's given me quite a lengthy description there. It's also given me a meta title, product title, and a meta description. I've only used part of this product description, and I've put it into here, and so I've just used some of it, particularly for the meta title and the meta description. So this is all relative. For the OG image, which is an open graph image, I've just used the cover of the book for that, and I've pretty much used the same of what I've used here for the OG description and a different OG title. So at the end of the day, use ChatGPT. That will help you a lot, and to get this information and get your product running as soon as possible, because you don't want to spend too much time on the whole sort of creation of stringing words together, trying to come up with different things yourself. Use ChatGPT. That's what it's there for, and it's a wonderful tool for that sort of thing. So in the end, what we actually have is, if we go to a preview of the product, and hopefully this will work for me. It did give me issues before. So I've loaded it up to my store, and what's going to happen, it's going to come up. There it is. It's so this is where anyone can add it into their cart. They can have a brief read about it. Obviously, there's a lot more other stuff that you can put it in there, like product details, things like that. But this is where people can actually buy your book on your site. Now, when they actually do buy it, you're going to see in the back end if someone's actually purchased your book. So this is where the whole manual part of it comes into play. So this is kind of like a 2-3 step type sort of a scenario. So it's not quite automated as you would like it to be. But if you want to get your book out there and you want to do it sooner than later, then this is a workaround option that you can use. So what it is, once you've actually got the details of the person that has purchased your book in the back end of the GrooveKart, you'll see all the information there. You then make an order, or you do a purchase order, and you simply do it. And I would actually, if your book is on the store, it's all been uploaded, it's on the store, and it's published in Lulu, as well as has the capability later on to be published to your store. Then what you want to do is you want to do a search for it, and maybe go by the title of what the book that you've made or created. Do a search for it, get to the landing page or the sales page, and bookmark that link into a folder, so that when someone else purchases the book from your store, and I know this is a bit of a elongated process, but when someone else purchases the book from your store, you can go back to that link and you can add again. And you simply, what you do is as you go through the sales process, you put the name and address of the person that's actually purchasing the book, and it goes through the whole sales process until you get to the payment side, which you pay your price, and it gets delivered out to your customer. It's important to mention that in the developer's side, there's also a user account that you want to fill out, or you want to update. So make sure that you have a contact info, some sort of contact info, like a phone number or an email address. I would suggest just putting your email address in there, and also upload your company logo, your address, and just a message to the buyer thanking them for the purchase. And I wouldn't worry about clicking on this, but that's what you do. You just save it, And so when your customer gets the book, they see on the packing slip that it's come from you and not from Lulu. So remember, the packing slip is designed to actually promote your business and not the Lulu organization. That's kind of it when it comes to uploading, or sorry, adding your book to the store. Unfortunately, like I said before, this part of it is yet to be sorted out, and on our end, so the integration is not quite ready just yet. And so I would suggest having that information in there in preparation for when it does become ready, and your store can connect seamlessly to Lulu. And just see if there's any questions in here. Yeah, so Karen, as Karen's got in there, using AI for descriptions makes the whole process so much quicker. Also, too, at the same time, you can ask it to put certain keywords into the description as well, so that when Google reads through your page or your website, it can see some of the keywords that are related to the website. And to the book. So those are the sorts of things you've got to remember. And it's always great to have a real captivating title. Now, the difference between a meta title and a product title. Okay, so this is the name of the book. This is the title of the book. The product name is the name of the book. But the meta title, which is this one here in question down the bottom, the meta title is actually what you see when you go to the actual product. So if I go to the book here, up in this part here, you will see that it's actually got Unlock Business Success with Mastering Digital Marketing. So that is the meta title. Okay, that's not the title of the book. That's the meta title, which is what Google will read to as well as relative information to your book, promoting your book online. So that's very key, especially when you want to rank in Google. So that's good information to know. And of course, with the meta description behaves in the same sort of way. All right, but it's all relative to SEO. Any more questions there? Let me just have a check. Goodies. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, now's the time to put it in. We've got probably about another 10 minutes, but there are a couple of things I want to mention towards the end of this session. Just with the, I guess, with this process, yes, if it does start to get to a point where you start getting a lot more orders, the process of doing the workaround is going to take you longer, obviously, because you've got it's not a one step or two step, it's a multiple step process. Then in that case, you really want to try and sort of organize some time aside to create those orders. The other thing is too, with Lulu, you can actually do bulk ordering. So if you prefer to do a bulk order of books, let's just say you've come out with your first edition of a book and you want to do a bulk order, and it could be like 100 or maybe 50, however many you decide you want to get, and maybe you want to promote it in a physical store, say in a stall or pop-ups, kiosks, something like that, then that's a great way to order from Lulu, get them bulk, and then you can manage obviously all the deliveries yourself. So that's another way of doing it. So Lulu makes it very versatile in terms of how you want to sell your books and all that sort of thing. And of course, like I said before, you can promote your books on the Lulu platform and have your own store. I guess similar to Amazon. It's just that this is actually just solely based around books, magazines, comics, even ebooks. So all those sorts of things. Yes, that's what I wanted to get back to about earlier. This is to connect your store, and this is what you're going to probably see later on down the track when the integration with Lulu starts to happen, is that you'll be able to come to here where it says My Stores. You'll get to this page and it says Publish a Project, which we've done, and then connect the store and connect a product. Okay, so as you can see, there was Shopify that popped up, but if you go here, connect the store, it's only gonna allow you to connect to WooCommerce and put the API keys and all that into there. So this is not going to be sufficient, obviously, for GrooveKart. And like I said, once the integration is sorted, then you'll probably see GrooveKart in there as well. But that's primarily what needs to happen in order to have that fully automated system going for you. And like I said, if you want to get started now, I've just given you the workaround, how you can do that. So it's primarily up to you, but if you want to wait around, that's fine. Now, we're getting close to time. So I'd just like to mention, probably just in the coming week, there are a couple of things that I want to actually go over in terms of selling stuff on GrooveKart, whether it be like print on demand or even physical items. When I say physical items, like items like electronics or things like that. There is a site that I came across which I think would be very, very useful for finding winning products, if you like, in their niches. And I want to go over that next week. I won't say too much about it just now. I won't tell you what it is. You'll find it in the once we start promoting it in the for the next GrooveKart tutorial live. But it's a pretty exciting platform. I like it, and I can see that it can be quite useful for a lot of yous out there who are wanting to try and find something or find a product that you can get started straight away. That would be quite successful, if you like. So that's coming for the next week. I think after the week after that, we're going to be pretty busy with the Groove monthly challenge. But I've got a couple of events that I want to mention right now that are coming up, and one of them is the new GrooveAsia members orientation, which is happening on the 7th of June. So next week at 8 a.m. Eastern time, or 7th of June, 8 p.m. GMT plus 8 time. The next event following that is the Breakthrough Retreat webinar. Now, that is on the 9th of June, 10 p.m. Eastern time, or the 10th of June, 10 a.m. GMT plus 8 time. Now, you can go to the resources pages, which is the grooveasia.cm/resources page, and you will find the Breakthrough Retreat or the Mastermind Retreat as the number 3 resource on that page. Following that, the following weekend is the AI SEO event with Simon Leong. Now, if you want to know anything about how you can rank your website or your GrooveKart site or anything like that by using SEO as well as AI, well, there's no one better than Simon Leong. And of course, Simon was part of the whole start of the Groove search engine, and he was part of setting up the algorithm, a team of people that did all that at that particular time when Google was kind of sort of in its infancy. So no one better than to learn from than Simon Leong. Now that's on the 16th of June, 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is also the 17th of June, 8 a.m. GMT plus 8 time. And as I mentioned before, go on to the grooveasia.cm/resources, and you'll see those events and plus more that you can actually view as well. But having said that, I don't think we have got any more questions. But thanks for everybody tuning up there. I'm just going to name a few people there. We've got KVG, Michelle, Tyra, And of course, Karen. Who else have we got there? So, you know, we've got there's a few people there. It's a nice little audience. But with all that said, I hope everybody's enjoyed that information. And I don't know if that document was shared, Karen. I see you've put links in there, but if you're able to share that that doc as well.
The document will be on our Facebook page. Our Facebook group.
Oh, will it? Oh, okay. The GrooveAsia Facebook page. Okay. All right. So you heard it. It's going to be on our Facebook page. So go there, go into the files, I think it is, and then you'll see it in there. And it is called Lulu Part 2. Anyway, that's me for this session. It's been a long time, so it's good to be back. And I will see you next week. And like I said, the week after that, I think we'll be having a little break because we've got a few things on that sort of coincide with this particular time. So take care and see everybody next week. Bye for now.